Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Box Score Sports YouTube channel. On this episode, we are going to continue our team-to-team preview for the NBA this season, and we are going to talk about the Charlotte Hornets. Before Clint and I get into it, please let us know down in the comments down below what are your expectations or predictions for the Hornets this season, and be sure to like and subscribe. And if you'd like to hear about the offseason, what we felt about their offseason, there's already a video out there for that. So, Clint, let's talk about the Charlotte Hornets. Last year they were 19-63. They added Mason Plumlee, Colin Sexton, and Pat Connaughton. They drafted Knipple. They lost Curry, Nurkic, no one, Mark, and they traded Mark Williams. Okay, Clint, let's talk about their strength. What's the biggest strength, or what are you looking forward to the most for the Hornets this season?
I think this is going to be one of those exciting teams. We were talking offline. I didn't listen to the podcast yet about like league pass rankings, who you want to watch.
Yeah.
The Hornets are one of those.
Mm-hmm.
When you have, again, barring some health, LaMelo, Brandon Miller, Knipple, Bridges, even Colin Sexton, like that's an exciting team. So I think, their strength is probably going to be offense. They're going to get up and down. They got shooting. I look forward to, some of those games. Their announcer, that's fun to listen to.
I love him.
He loses his mind, but I think this is the team that, when healthy, is really exciting. And, they're going to show up some nights. And when they're on, Knipple, really good three-point shooter. I think he's a good bridge for this team, being able to do a little bit of everything. So I think their strength is going to be, they're going to keep the scoreboard moving.
Yeah, I just think the potential. Yeah, I'm with you. Like the potential of this team as well. Their theoretical team should be fun, right? Well, Melo, as long as he stay healthy, he's one of the better playmakers in the league, but he's also can shoot ridiculous shots that people get excited for. Brandon Miller, I'm really excited about Brandon Miller. I really loved him in the draft. I think he should have been drafted too in that draft. I was pushing for that. I'm really excited to see what he does. Knipple, you already mentioned. They also brought in Sexton, which I think is also a good addition to come off the bench and provide scoring. And Josh Green, he's pretty good. As well. I shouldn't say pretty, he's good. He's good enough to be on a rotation of an NBA team, so I really like him. So I just think theoretically this roster is pretty good. It's similar to last year, and that's why I picked them to make the play-in last year. If you remember, I was really excited to pick the play-in. But I still have the same kind of positive feel when I look at their roster on paper.
I would agree. I think it's at least it's an exciting brand of basketball.
Correct. Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about their weakness. What's the biggest weakness for the Hornets, or the thing you're least looking forward to?
I think it starts at center and just
I have that down
out.
too. Yeah.
Center / defense in general. This is one of those where if you want to, and again, LaMelo Ball at times can play some defense.
Mm-hmm.
He can put forth some. Brandon Miller has the tools. Knipple, you worry about. That kind of slow white guy stereotype. Bridges, again, he was kind of poor last year, but can bring it. But I think it starts with center. You're not going to have any team with size or, athletes at the 3, 4, 5 are going to feast on this team. So that center position is rough.
Yeah, that's what I wrote down. Diabate is his name. That's who's starting right now. Me and Luke, when he was on the Clippers, we would call him Diabetes because that's the way his last name looked. But yeah, Diabate, he's a fine backup, small ball center. If you got to bring him in here and there, he has moments. The fact that you're relying on him as your starting center, that's very concerning. You talked already about maybe the inconsistencies on the defense in the guard position, and so you need a good center to be sort of an anchor of the defense when the guys get by him, your initial guard, and that is not what they have. And so it's what are you going to rely on Mason Plumlee? I love Plumlee, but again, he's like a backup center. He's not somebody you want to play 32 minutes. So I'm with you. The center position is the rough one here, and like you said, when they play teams that are big, they are going to have a. I think even like offensive rebounding, they're going to struggle getting that, stopping it when you're playing. Like watching the Thunder and the Rockets play right now. Full disclosure, like NBA actually has started, and those teams are huge, and I just don't know how the Hornets would fare against those teams. So yeah, you're right.
And I think the cascading effect is rebounding,
Hmm.
right? Then
Right.
if you're crashing the boards, you give up an offensive board, you're going to give up some open threes and stuff to that.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, agree. Um, let's go to our big question for the Hornets. What's your big question for the Hornets going into this season?
LaMelo Ball, like
Hmm.
what is the timeline slash patience level with him? I know he's very popular there, but again, at some point, when do you want to be good? And if you can't piece it together via his defense, via his health, he's struggled with ankle injuries. Colin Sexton can kind of balance that out, but LaMelo Ball is your present slash future, exciting wise. I mean, again, Brandon Miller, fine player, doesn't look to be the one. So is LaMelo Ball the guy that they're going to keep, trying to build around or use, or after this year, do you go, this isn't working? Can we move on and try to rebuild from that position?
Yeah, so with that in mind, I'm with you. The big question is LaMelo. Is he like what is it called? A good stats, bad team guy? Like, is he like that kind of superstar, but he makes it look like really exciting and fun, but you're losing? Or can he be like a winner playmaker guy that you're excited to watch? And I think you hit one thing, injury. Since he's been in the league, do you know how many times he's played over 50 games? He's played 5 years in the league. Do you know how many times he played over 50 games?
Twice?
Yeah, twice. So the first 2 years, and one of those years he wasn't even starting. He started 31 in those games. So the last 3 years he hasn't played over 50 games. So that's a huge question for the Hornets as an organization, and really for us fans watching LaMelo play is like, number one, can you play winning basketball? And can you be on the court long enough to show us you can play winning basketball? So I'm with you there.
For sure.
Success. What would be success for you for the Hornets this season?
I think it would start with LaMelo Ball being healthy,
Hmm.
getting over
Yep.
that 65 game mark. But I just think you drafted Knipple. What can you what can you see from that? Again, he's one of those guys. You're not going to be like, hey, he's going to go out and lock someone down. But I think he's one of those like all-purpose guys. He can dribble a little, not a point guard, really good shooter, kind of a second facilitator. Can he, Brandon Miller, to a greater extent, obviously, Ball, can you get a rotation there? Can you get a building block there and figure something out? Minus the wins and losses, you again, you got to answer these. You got to get an answer to these questions. Otherwise, you're a perpetual 30-win team, and you're paying Ball a lot of money, and you're going to have to extend Miller coming up. So we got to get answers to that. So success would be just figuring something out there. What do we have?
Yeah, I agree. I have a plan would be kind of a success health, but really what would bring the ultimate success to the season is knowing where you're going as a franchise moving forward. Are we building around Miller and Knipple and LaMelo, or is there someone there that's just not quite fitting what we need and we have to move off of them or replace them? And Knipple, to be fair, it is his rookie season, so we won't make like huge judgment on him, but especially like Miller and LaMelo, those are the two you're kind of hoping you get the most out of. So I'm with you. That's really what would bring them success because again, even if they don't make the play in, but let's say LaMelo plays 65, 68 games and he looks better and Miller plays that much and he looks like he's coming into his own. I think Hornets would take that versus getting the 10th spot in the play in and getting eliminated, not getting it going anywhere after that. So yeah, I think that's ultimately what would bring the Hornets and Hornets fans like joy and success if they find out what these guys are and where they have to go from here.
Yeah, got to see a leap.
That's right. Yeah. Prediction.
This is tough because you can see this, like the bones here of like, hey, the East isn't that good.
Hmm.
This could be it'll be an exciting team, but there could be some progress. I'm still going to go with a lottery team. I just don't trust the health of Ball. And I know Sexton kind of helps with that, but I just think between that and what they have at center or power forward for that, Mark, is just going to be too tough against teams that just bring it and teams have size. So I still think it's just going to be a lottery team. Not, like Wizards bad, but I think, maybe they get the 11th seed and they're close to a play-in, but I still think it's a lottery team.
Yeah, we're going to do our official podcast tomorrow. It will be out probably tomorrow on Wednesday, a little later in the day. But I'm right now leaning lottery as well. And even if you say like they're healthy, that center position is just so bad. I just don't see how. Like I see them going up against other teams and just always being at a negative in the rebounding statistic, and I think that's bad. So unless if they find a way to fix their center position, I'm just gonna say for right now, lottery team. But I think they'll be very close to the play, and that's like my hope because again, fun team to watch. I really, like Brandon Miller, LaMelo, all that stuff. So okay, anything else, Clint?
No.
Okay. Everybody else, thanks so much for watching. Please let us know down in the comments below what your thoughts are on the Hornets and their season coming up. What are some of the predictions that you have? Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys real soon. Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.